Hi, first graders. Here's Miss Ting. I'd like to go over a few pages with you. If your family has been able to pick up the work from school. Okay, so this page is about ending punctuation. Okay, so let me first go over them. When do we use a period, and when do we use a question mark, and when do we use an exclamation mark? Okay. So period is when you're telling people something, okay? So like you're making a statement. You're telling people that, oh, you know, I went to the park, or I went to the library, etc. Well, you're just telling. However, if you're asking people to give you some kind of answer back, you're actually giving them a question, then you're gonna need to end your sentence with a question mark. And when do we use exclamation? When you're like, you have very strong feelings, okay? The strong feeling can be bad, can be good, can be super excited. It doesn't matter, as long as you want to emphasize that you're having a stronger feeling than normal. All right? So let's try it again, okay? So the first question is asking, what time is it? Okay, so it's a question. You're asking people to tell you the time. So of course, you're gonna end it with a question mark, right? Number 2, Tommy has 2 sisters. When you're telling people that Tommy has 2 sisters, you're basically just telling them telling them something. So it would just be a period. Finished your plate. Okay, when you're giving some food by your parents, they probably want you to finish all the food that you're given. So maybe the parents are being a little, strong about the need for you to finish the food. So they probably will just, a little bit raise their voice and then asking you to just, finish your plate. So maybe we can end it with an exclamation mark. All right, so you try the rest, and I hope you're having fun. Okay, so then this page, however, is a little different. They want you to pick a notebook, okay? So you need to grab a notebook, okay? And every day they want you to pick a topic and write in your notebook. Okay, so let's just begin with Monday. All right, Monday. So let me explain the questions. Okay, so it's just a sound word, okay? It doesn't mean anything. So I love the smell of, okay, so you have to think, what are the things that you normally can smell? Sometimes we smell mom's cooking, sometimes we smell someone's baking, like cake, flowers, or we smell the garbage outside. It's just like something that sends you some kind of signals to your nose, okay? So maybe you want to just write about something that you smelled recently that you still remember quite a bit. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, I'm always kind to, meaning that you're always nice to who, okay? It doesn't need to be people, okay? It can be dogs, can be cats, can be, you were very kind to like community helpers, like, yeah, they're just basically asking you, who are you kind to? Okay, number 3, apples can be used for, well, we know a lot of times we eat apples for a fresh fruit. Sometimes people use apple to make applesauce. Sometimes people use apple to make apple pie. So apples actually have a number of uses. So, try to think 1 or 2 that you would like to write about. Okay? So number 4, I feel like crying when, wow, okay, so you have to think about a moment that makes you sad, because when we're sad, maybe we just want to cry, okay? So especially now when things are not looking too good outside, yeah, it makes people sad. So hopefully we can get over this pretty soon. Okay, so I'm going to do this writing prompt in a separate video, okay? And then I'll talk about every single day and every topic, okay? Because I think that will be easier for a video title, so you don't have to go back to this video and look for this page in the middle. Okay, so let's go on to The next page is called using conjunction. Okay, so what does conjunction mean? Conjunction, basically, they just put two sentences together in one, okay? It's more like a bridge. When you have to go across the ocean, then you're going to need to bridge it, right? Because, you know, when you go from one side to the other, then you're going to need to use a bridge. So this is how I call conjunctions, okay? They're basically just bridges to bridge two sentences, but then or the two ideas. But then the ideas will have to fit with the correct bridge, okay? So when we use and, meaning A and B are together, okay? They're on the same page. But when we use or, you can only pick one, right? People say, oh, do you like water or milk? Meaning they're only asking you to pick one, okay? So it's not like you can have two. So, meaning because something happens, so that happens, okay? Because you don't eat, so that you feel hungry. Because you don't study, then you don't do well on the tests. You know, when, like, there's just a consequence, right? So that's when we use so. When do we use but? It's the opposite. But basically just means that the two ideas are actually opposite of one another, okay? So I'm going to try maybe doing the first two, and then I'll leave the rest to you, okay? So it is cold. I wear my hat and my mittens. Well, because it's cold, so we're gonna need to keep yourself warm. So I think the better bridge will be so, right? Because it's cold outside, then you're gonna need to do something. Like I said, so it's more like a before and after, right? Okay. So number two, I want cake, but okay, I am not allowed. See, this is one is want, the you know, it's like you wanting it, but the other one is the opposite of it, because but then you're not allowed. So which one means the opposite? It's but, right? Okay, so I hope that this is clear. So try to keep some thoughts and then finish the rest of the questions by yourself. Okay, so the next one is, we always capitalize the first letter of a sentence. That's just the grammar rule, okay? We always capital the first letter of each sentence. So in this case, we're gonna need to capitalize the T because, you know, it's the beginning. The dog fetches the stick, right? When you're playing with the dog, that's how they bring it back. Okay, number two, they, of course, you need to capitalize. They prefer juice to milk. Okay, so this one is pretty straightforward. We always capitalize the first letter of every sentence. Okay, the next page is called adjectives. So again, adjectives are words that describe nouns, right? Because you wanted to give people a better idea of what you're trying to tell them, okay? You can just tell people that, hey, you know, I have a book. But, you know, when you're just telling people that you have a book, people don't really know what kind of book. So if you would just say, you know, I have a nonfiction book. Well, at least people get some idea what kind of book is it, okay? But you can even be more specific by telling people that, oh, you know, I have a encyclopedia book. So the more words that you use to describe your noun, like the people, places, and things, people get better ideas, okay? And then that's why we call the words adjective, okay? So this is the key. You just have to understand that adjectives are words that actually describe nouns, okay? So let's try the two. My blanket is warm and, okay, so in this case, you're probably gonna need to try a few, okay? My blanket is warm and fuzzy, maybe. Okay, it's warm and raised, no. My warm and kind, no. Bear, no. Warm and blue, no. Blue is a color, so it has to be blue something, okay? Warm and little, no. Book, plain, cat, sister, sorry, rainy, skip, dark, and bush. No, see? So, because fuzzy meaning that it's actually very soft, right? With some kind of like hairy kind of touch. Okay, so number two. Okay, so now you wanted to have a good habit that just cross out the ones that you have used, so you don't have to keep on going back the same thing. The sky, okay, immediately when you see the word sky, hopefully you will think about blue, right? So basically that's just how you pick the words and then see how they fit in with the sentences. All right, so give it a try. for the other ones. Okay, now they want you to change nouns to pronouns. And what does that mean? Okay, so let's just say, for example, you wanted to tell people about you. Okay, let's just say your name is Ting. You don't want to keep on using Ting again. Okay, Ting is a teacher. Okay, and then you end it, and then again, Ting is working at the school. You know, like, you don't want to keep on repeating the Ting. Okay, the second one, the second Ting, then you can actually easily replace with what? She. Okay, because she can replace with another, Ting. So that's what they meant here. Okay, they want you to pick one of the pronoun here and then replace with these, the underlined one. Okay, so let me try. Okay, so we're gonna need to, okay, I'm gonna try this one. Okay, so pronoun, right? Okay, right here. Pick one of the pronoun and see how they can replace to the underline. So my parents, they're more than one, so they will have to be what? They. Okay, well, the first letter needs to be capital because this is a sentence. So let me erase that T. You need to capital because this is a sentence. Okay, so Julie understand the teacher. Julie is a girl's name, so it has to be she. Understand the teacher. Well, teacher can be him or her. Okay, so you pick either one should work. So Julie understand him or her. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Okay, number 3, the teacher, same thing. Okay, since I use she here, the teacher, let me just use he. He reads, the children will be them, right? A group of, because this is plural, so you'll be them. Okay, and then dad is a man, so we will use he. He parked the car. Car is non-living, so we use it. So he parked it in the driveway. All right. And male and I, when you are parted with someone, then together you will make what? We. Okay? So the cat, again, it's non-living. Well, not non-living, but some people, they if you know the cat is either he or she, you feel free to use it, okay? But typically in normal cases, people just use it. But doesn't matter. You can use he, you can use she if you want to, okay? As long as it's one. Okay, number 7, I gave my parents a car. So I gave them a car because there's more than one. Okay? So I hope that's clear. Go on. Oh, same thing. So for this page, I'll let you try it on your own, okay? Because I did the questions of the previous page, all of them. I was thinking to leave some of them for you to do. But I figure, they can get a little confused, so I decided to finish that previous page. So I'm going to leave this page for you to try it, okay? It's always good to practice what you learn so you know that if you understand them or not, okay? So give it a try. Okay, this is easy, okay? You just have to pick the vowels within the word, okay? Like for first one, it's a cookie. So how do we spell cookie? So it's C-O-O-K-I-E, right? Cookie. So look, you just have to pick the vowel blends right in the middle. Okay, I'm sure you can able to do that. Okay, same thing. I'll just pick one and then do it with you. Okay, so maybe this one. Okay, this is called the shield. Okay, so do you see shield has IE in it? Okay. If you're not sure any word, just leave me a comment below and let me get back to you, okay? You can just tell me that it's the first page, the previous page with a cookie, or the second page, and then it's the picture below the toe or the picture below or above something, all right? Okay, so have fun.